Welcome back to Rise and Shine with Eli, and the topic of today's video is the biggest mistake a man can make. One more time, the biggest mistake a man can make. You know, there are many mistakes both men and women can make, but obviously we're talking about men in this video. You know, people make mistakes all day, every day. I make plenty of mistakes. And some of them, are honest mistakes. Some of them are just crazy mistakes. It happens, right? We're all human, right? But for the most part, I do learn from my mistakes. But there's one mistake that guys make, and this is what ruins all aspects of their life, right? And that one mistake is this: they kick other guys down to try to bring more value to themselves. The single worst thing as a man you can do is try to kick another man down to deflate their value, so that way it makes you feel like you have more value. Okay? Many guys do that, right? More so guys that are younger do that. I'm not going to lie. When I was younger, before I did all this personal development and learned how to be a more stronger, more mature, confident, and down to earth and genuine man, before I learned all this stuff, right, I used to do the same thing. I had my insecurities. I think to a certain extent, both men and women, are going to have, insecurities, and men are even going to have some more insecurities than normal when they're younger. But by the time you get to a certain age, especially as a man, if you have not worked through those insecurities and become stronger and just learn to say, hey, you know what it is. I did a video on that a few weeks back. Go look for it and check it out. Sometimes you just got to say, it is what it is. And as a man, it should be a bit easier for you to say it is what it is and let things go than a woman, because men process emotions logically first, and then we might show some actual emotion after that. Women, on the other hand, like I always say, respond to everything emotionally first based on how they're feeling in the present moment, and then they may reason with logic afterwards, right? Okay, so again, when I was younger and when guys are younger, we tend to do this. We tend to, like when we're, in grammar school, right? We're younger, we're immature, and we're playing sports and we're very competitive, and every single guy is trying to be better than the other guy, right? We're trying to show our teachers that we're better than the other guys. We're trying to show even the girls, even though we're not totally into girls yet, we're kind of getting there, even in grammar school. We're trying to even show the girls that, hey, I'm the best guy here out of all these other guys, right? Okay? That's what happens when you're younger. But once you reach a certain age, once you, and what is that right age? It's kind of hard to say nowadays because men are being raised differently than ever before. And most men nowadays are not being raised with traditional morals, values, and ethics. So, but I will tell you this: before the millennial generation, by the time somebody turned 18, they were an adult, and it was expected of them to be a grown, mature man, strong, confident man that, is capable of taking care of a family, a woman, children, a household, etc. Nowadays, at 18, these 18-year-old men, are behaving like 2-year-old baby men behave, right? Or worse, right? So I would say honestly, guys, by the time you reach, I would say your early to mid 20s at the latest, if you haven't completely cut this out, if you haven't completely stopped trying to kick down other men and deflate their value so you can try to inflate yours, it's going to really affect your life, right? Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Okay? I struggled with this. I struggled with this until I was probably about 25 years old. That was the point where, I stopped trying to kick down my friends and deflate their value. And, I would always try to do things that made me look better than them so I could throw it in their face, right? And that was an insecurity. That's all it is. It's a freaking insecurity, right? But at 25, I started to realize, man, this is stupid. Why am I focusing this energy on, like talking smack about my friends or any other guys that I perceive to be better than me? It's an insecurity, right? So I started working through it. By the time I hit 30, my early 30s, I completely stopped doing it. Right? Now, I've always been a good guy, nice guy, however you want to call it. I say good guy because, the nice guys finish last stigma, right? Okay? But, the truth of the matter is that when I hit my early 30s, it was at that point where I just no longer felt the need to try to kick other guys down and devalue other guys so I can look better. And even if I was able to successfully kick them down and deflate their value, right? And I felt like I was more valuable. Was I actually more valuable? No. Why? Because let's say I was trying to deflate their value to look, better than them in front of women and stuff like that. Women will pick up on these insecurities. Women were like, wow, this Eli guy is a jerk. This Eli guy is so mean to his friends, and he like kicks them down. This guy is just really insecure. He's just not in the right headspace, right? See, that's what happens, guys. You got to understand something. But before I wrap this up, I was going to wrap this up, but let me say one more thing here. What's really, really sad, the saddest thing is this, and I talk about this all the time, and I'm going to continue talking about it till each and every one of you guys realizes that this is the single biggest mistake you can make. I see guys nowadays, in their 30s, 40s, and 50s, and even beyond their 60s, that are still trying to kick down and deflate other men's values to try to make themselves feel better and to try to appear like they're more valuable, right? And the older these guys get, right? I can understand guys behaving this way nowadays up until about the age of 25 or so, right? Maybe 30 at the latest. But if you haven't learned to work through this by the time you hit your early 30s, then you're going to have some serious issues. Either that or you have some unresolved issues that may stem back to your childhood. Maybe you didn't get enough strokes as a kid from your mother and father, right? And quite honestly, if you can't work through this by the time you're in your early 30s, I would probably suggest some therapy or something like that, because it's going to affect your life completely, right? A man is supposed to be confident, secure, is supposed to be happy within himself, is supposed to have self-love, self-appreciation, and you're supposed to value yourself internally, right? And maybe even externally too, right? But see, your value as a man isn't based or compared to the value of other men, okay? That's the biggest mistake most men make. Well, that's part of it. I've been saying this all along. But your value as an individual man should never be compared to the value of another man in any way, shape, or form. You need to focus on yourself, building yourself to be the best version, to be the best man that you can be, the best version of yourself you can be, and be the best man you could be. And that's gonna get you headed in the right direction. It's also going to show maturity, and it's going to show that you're just a good, down-to-earth, strong alpha male that is ready to rock it in this world, regardless of what comes your way. All right. So that's where I'm going to wrap up this video here today. I want to thank you all for taking the time to view this video. Another video is coming to this channel soon. Please like, share, subscribe, bang the bell, select the notifications, and I'll catch you next time. Take care. Bye-bye. Be good to each other.